Counter-assault tactics, the basic stance. You assume a boxer's type stance, feet shoulder width, knees slightly bent, your hands up just about shoulder level, maybe a little below, thumbs touching. And you do this because you want all your blocks to come off your center line, whether they're going out or up or downward. You don't want to have your arms out here and bring it around like so. Also, this is a video, witness-friendly stance, so it looks like you're trying to de-escalate the situation as opposed to, get aggressive and appear that you're ready for the fight. Now, the 4 basic blocks. The rising block or upper level block, put one hand in front of the other, it doesn't matter which one, and you go straight up. And I'll explain to you why in a minute, why we do this. Then, for the downward block, you go from here straight down. Now, no wider than your own hips. And the outward block comes up this way, no wider than your own shoulders, roughly, say chin level, somewhere between eye and chin level. And then we have the lower level block, which is with your knee. It's a knee block. Everything above your shoulders, you block with a rising block. Everything below your solar plexus, you block with a downward block. Everything in between, you block with your outward blocks. And then if it's from your belt level down, protect your groin, you check it with the knee, take it on the shin. It's a street fighter's technique. You try to throw a kick to your groin to get your guard down, which exposes your face, and you get hit in the face. We're trying to prevent that by using only the knee block or leg block for a low-level kick. The reason why we do both blocks at the same time in practice is because we're going to block and strike simultaneously, and so we want to get the student to think like this always initially, so they're doing 2 things at once, so it's not a foreign concept to them. Now from here, the palm heel strike, you don't strike with your fist, you strike with your palm heel, because most people don't strengthen their hands like they do in karate, in traditional karate anyhow. And also, you don't want to hit someone in the face, like in their teeth, where it causes them to bleed, and it scrapes up your knuckles, which causes you to bleed, and you have an exchange of body fluids. Or, if you're armed, for example, if a concealed weapon permit or you're law enforcement, you don't want to break your hand, where you can't get to your concealed weapon or your duty weapon. So, from here, the palm heel strike, it shoots straight out. It's not like a martial arts where you come from the hip and come forward. It's all done right here. It's not designed to knock people out. It's designed to stun them so we can either move to another technique or disengage. So it's just simply palm heel strike this way, and then of course you do it with the opposite hand. You don't change your stance because you're not going to change your stance in an altercation. So you're going to have to throw the techniques the way your feet are. Then we have the elbow strike. This one you pull back, it's a more powerful strike, it comes across. Striking at the last 3 inches of your forearm, come across and striking, same way with the weak side. It comes across and you strike. All done the same way. Then you have the reverse elbow strike. The reverse elbow strike, you strike from this position, from the on-guard position. You come straight back. Look back over your shoulder, point of the elbow goes back. For the upper level elbow strike, you look upward and the elbow, the palm stays down, and you come up at a forward angle to the face. So it goes, the upper level elbow strike is upward to the face, the lower level elbow strike is palm up, point the elbow down, even with your midsection. Then you have the knife hand strike. From here, to practice this knife hand strike, you simply come from the defensive stance, touch your thumb to your opposite shoulder, and strike straight out to the side. From here, touch and strike. Touch and strike. Same here, opposite shoulder, and strike and strike. Now from the defensive stance, three leg strikes, or 2 kicks and a knee strike. From here, the basic knee strike is you reach up, grab the head, and you pull your head, the opponent's head in, and you drive upward with the knee strike. So from here you grab and you strike. And you grab and you strike. You can do this with the lead leg, it's just not as powerful. So you can actually grab the head and pull it into your knee, but it's going to be a fairly limited strike as far as its effectiveness goes. Then you have the front kick. The front kick is done with the heel of the foot in a snapping motion. It's a snap kick, not a thrust kick. And it's done with the heel of your foot and not the ball of your foot, because that's the strongest part of your foot, especially if you have shoes. So it's almost identical to a knee strike with the snapping of the foot. So from this position, the knee comes up, and you snap out the kick. And again, you come from here, knee comes up, and you snap out the kick. Knee comes up, and snap out the kick. Now, the back kick from this position is you look over your shoulder, you bring your front foot to your back leg, your back foot to your front leg, and kick straight back. And again, look, move away, kick straight back. Bring your foot forward, look backward, kick straight back. Okay, now, from here, the block and strike combination. These are close quarter combat techniques where the person doesn't really have to move or have much forward movement to hit you. So either they can stand flat-footed, hit you with their hand, or they simply have to take a little shuffle step forward to hit you. So from here, we block and strike simultaneously for a couple different reasons. One, he can launch more offensive techniques than you can defend. So you want to break the flow of his attack. If you try to block and you haven't practiced a lot of blocking techniques, you're not going to be very effective at it. So from here, when he throws the strike, say he's coming overhead, you block and strike simultaneously. So when he only gets one technique into you before the counterattack stops him. So it's simply rising block, palm heel strike. Rising block, palm heel strike. And the feet don't change. And you go the other way. Rising block, palm heel strike. Rising block, palm heel strike. Then you have the downward blocking palm heel strike. Comes in the lower level attack, usually with an edge weapon. From here, you block down and you strike. You block down and you strike. And with the other hand, you block down, strike. You block down and strike. Now we have the outward block. From here, the roundhouse type punch comes in. If I block out here, since I'm in close, I'll usually take the impact of his arm on his elbow, which causes it to bend and come around and hit me. So from here, you bring the block up and you hide behind it so it's right next to your head, angled out, and you palm heel strike. So from here, strike, from here, strike, and then from here, with the other hand, strike, from here, strike. Okay, those are the 4 blocks. Sorry, the knee block, or the leg block is obvious. From here, kick comes into the groin. I simply check it on my knee, and I step down and double strike with a palm heel. From here, protect my groin, step into them, double strike. Those are the basic blocks, strikes, kicks, and combinations. The whole idea is to block and strike simultaneously, turn the fight in my favor. Once I've stunned you, I reach up, grab your head, deliver 3 knee strikes, then we step back and toss you to the ground and disengage. Okay, that's that.